The SNES, or Super Nintendo Entertainment System, known as the Super Famicom in Japan, is quite possibly one of the greatest consoles in history. Representing a massive leap from the 8-bit NES that came before, the SNES was the crucible that turned the rough diamonds found on the NES into the legendary Nintendo game franchises of today. These 5 games represent some of the best titles to be released on this amazing machine for all time. The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. While the first Legend of Zelda was a great start, the true DNA that made Zelda games just so darn good really began with A Link to the Past. Beautiful pixel art with plenty of personality, great puzzles, and a memorable world and plot. This was also the game that firmly established the lore and tradition of Zelda games to come. It's a must-play for both modern Zelda fans and action-adventure games in general. Super Metroid. Super Metroid takes everything we loved about Metroid on the NES and just makes it better. Bigger maps, new things for the main character Samus to do, and a solid expansion on the world, story and lore of the first game. As with A Link to the Past, Super Metroid is the benchmark against which future games in the franchise are always measured. Taking on the role of the famous bounty hunter once again, this time the leader of the Space Pirates has stolen the last Metroid, a creature that might hold great scientific secrets which could benefit all of humanity. While the first Metroid might feel a little clunky today, Super Metroid still plays like a dream and looks great. Chrono Trigger. I've spoken about Chrono Trigger in our previous video on mobile JRPGs, but this game made its debut on the SNES. Widely considered to be, if not the best, then one of the best JRPGs ever made, Chrono Trigger brings together the creators of Final Fantasy, Dragon Quest and Dragon Ball Z, a magical team-up that stood the test of time as people are still discovering this incredible time travel yarn today. Playing as Chrono, you need to prevent the apocalypse with the help of various characters you meet on your travels through the ages. Filled with great writing, clever mini-games and many endings, there's no doubt Chrono Trigger deserves to be on this list. Super Mario World. Super Mario Bros. For the NES was an amazing, creative game, but it really suffered from the limitations of the technology at the time. Few games demonstrate the leap to 16-bit as much as Super Mario World. This amazing title threw as many ideas at the board as possible, and for the most part, only the good ones stuck. It keeps all the things people love about Mario's 1 through 3, but adds neat new features such as the ability for Mario to fly or riding Yoshi around. While every classic Mario game is worth playing, Super Mario World is perhaps the best original glimpse of what this mega franchise would one day become. Donkey Kong Country. Donkey Kong Country is an important game for more than a few reasons. Donkey Kong himself is as old as Mario, appearing with him in the original Donkey Kong arcade game when Mario was still known as Jumpman. Donkey Kong Country is a beautiful platformer that's still good to play today. Its 3D graphics seem ahead of their time, but it's actually due to an ingenious technique used by developer Rare. The game's characters and graphics were created and rendered on high-end silicon graphics workstations, cutting edge for the time. The models were then converted into 2D sprites, no harder to display on an SNES than regular pixel art sprites. These pre-rendered images left other similar games of the day in the dust. Apart from being an excellent game, that innovation helps make Donkey Kong Country one of the greatest SNES games of all time. If you want to see our extended list of the greatest SNES games of all time, check out the related article in the description below. If you like this video, why not hit that subscribe button and ring the bell while you're at it. You'll get immediate notifications of the latest tips and tricks for your favorite tech. Check out our website for in-depth guides and explainers, and head over to our social media pages if you want to join the online tech tips community. See you next time. Taking on the role of the titular bounty hunter once again, Hunty.